Like, and I'd rather have the NES.
Fair.
Have you got the NES?
No.
You getting the NES?
No.
Why? What?
No, I like it. It just got to be quite selective these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just spent 600 on an actual console. Oh well,
Nate suddenly underwater.
450 on an actual console.
What is he doing?
Hello, Nathan.
Does he realise he is muted? This is...
Don't know what he's doing.
That's better, Nate.
Let's podcast.
Oh, he was doing that on mute that whole time.
Yeah, I didn't actually know I was doing it on mute, and then from my point of view, MJ started talking over me, which was rude, but he didn't because he couldn't hear me. That's good. That's good. Good evening and welcome to FRUK Unwrapped. My name is Nate and I am your dungeon master this evening as we go rogue and use our inspiration to conjure up some random ration talk. Everything tonight, and I mean everything tonight, is going to be based on the roll of a dice, including our introductions. So, first
Wow. Straight away. A game of chance.
This barbarian will tell you he is topless for the unarmored bonus, but the reality is he likes the feel of the breeze on his nipples. It's Stuart, the brass monkey Bullock.
Nice, thank you. That's what. How odd that I'm always first, and on the roll of the dice I've gone first. It's almost like the dice are not just random; they are a conduit of fate.
This is true. I will, behind the scenes somewhat, I'm going to be introducing you individually in the order I would have anyway. It's the description that's going to be random for you. So you would have been first regardless.
You could have let that roll though, couldn't you, for a little bit of added mysticism? Like the dice know what they're doing.
Good, and you can edit that out. Next up, it's... This is going to be great.
Edit the pause, yeah.
Yeah. I'm still not sure what this guy's class is, but I think he must be a monk because he said he likes fisting. It's Michael the Knuckle Jamieson.
How many intros have you written for everyone then?
I've written 5 intros.
Okay, fine. Just a bit of showmanship, is it?
Yeah.
Wait, so what dice are you using? Because there's not such a thing as a D5.
It's like 1 through 4. What?
Yeah, it's just
5 through 8.
Just random, isn't it? Yeah. Just knows what's going on.
Yeah, it sounds...
You okay, Michael?
Yeah.
Cool. Good. I'm glad we had that talk. Right, lovely. Let's move on. 3, which would be... every good bard must be proficient in at least one instrument. While others learn a lute or a drum, this guy has mastered his organ. It's Mike the Silent Strummer Smith.
Buongiorno.
Hello, Mike. How's it going?
Very well. I'm a little confused by that introduction, but apart from that, pretty damn good.
It's a masturbation joke.
I don't masturbate.
Cool. Glad you're on the pod. Let's move on. It's a 2, which means some are coerced into the rogue lifestyle, some are there through circumstances, and some are just scummy bastards. It's Sam, the stalker, Patrick.
Wow.
See, I can't be blamed for any of these words because, it's all luck and chance. Like,
See, I didn't realise this was random. So when you started going, the barbarian, for Stuart, I was like, it's going to be me. Get myself pumped up, like ready for my first place introduction. No.
We can't, barbarians can be anybody these days, can't they? So.
Anybody.
Oh, lovely stuff.
Oh, I wonder who the last one will be. Ooh, I can't wait.
For this one, I'm going to roll all the dice because it doesn't matter. I asked our next wizard if he could pull a rabbit out of his hat. He said no, but he could pull a snake out of his trousers. It's Luke the Registered Stevens.
Registered is by far the best nickname I've ever had. I approve of that one.
Good stuff. Hi, everyone. This is just a weird show tonight because we're all talking just random bollocks. But yeah, our three guests, how are you all doing individually and as a collective?
Yeah, not too bad. That's
Hey,
right.
okay.
Nice
All right,
pause.
innit?
We figured out who to speak first.
Which is always useful. Let's go through individually. Mike, hello, Mike. You're
Good
new
evening.
you're new in these parts. This is your first ever FRUK Unwrapped presence.
I am a FRUK Unwrapped virgin, it's true, yes. Long-time listener, long-time fan, or whatever they normally say on radio shows.
Is it long term?
As long as you'll have me.
A week.
He's counting the future as well. I like that. I like that calculation. What's your favourite food?
You kind of put me on the spot here. I'm a breakfast person, I'm going to say. I do like a bit of pancakes with golden syrup, maple syrup, and bacon. Big fan of that sweet and savoury.
Lovely. Not enough people eat bacon with their maple syrup. I think in this country.
Dickheads.
Yeah, correct.
Absolute fools.
Let's move on. Sam, mega returning guests. You've been on multiple times.
2 Quiviers, last place both times. I've been on more shows than I've listened to. No.
That's an exclusive club that you and Gossie have.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Sam?
Yeah, not so bad. Nervous. Any questions? Probably get them wrong. You know, old habits die hard.
How is lockdown treating you?
Oh, lockdown. So I haven't left the house in weeks. No, I get out a fair bit. I get out a little bit. Not as much as I'd like, but it's all right, innit? Managing. Not at all depressed or really sad.
Let's move on. Hi, Luke.
Hello.
This is your second appearance. What was you on for last time? What did we have for you on for last time? Should look at this.
Was it like marketing, wasn't it, or something? Food marketing?
Food advertising, yeah.
Advertising, that was it. So I remember it's vaguely relevant to my chosen career, but not intentionally relevant, which was quite good.
I don't get questions about my career.
Nothing we do is intentionally relevant. Let's put it that way.
Can't
Sam,
ask
you
you questions
pouting.
about your career.
Should we talk about your career, Sam?
It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's probably not as important as marketing. I pay invoices for disabled and poor kids, but no, that's not important.
Oh.
Nah,
It's fine.
too far. Let's talk about Luke's career. What is your career, Luke? What's your
Marketing.
worthy career? What is it that you bring to the world?
I take other people's stuff and make it look good, basically. I'm a graphic designer mainly, but also now kind of branched out into marketing. So I basically lie to people for a career. It's great.
Oh, what a rogue.
Visual fluffer, isn't he?
Oh, that's going on some business cards.
And what are you going to write on them?
Oh, what's wrong with you?
I don't think we've got the time. We haven't got the time. Why are you all here? Well, that's a great question. Why are you all here? Anyone got an idea?
Because you asked us to come on.
Yeah, we arranged it.
Come on, I can't do all the heavy lifting. Why are these three individuals here? Stuart?
These three?
Yeah. As well as us three.
Because ask me how I've enjoyed lockdown, Nathan.
Stuart?
Nathan?
I just thought of this really random question that I don't know if I've asked you for a while, actually. How's lockdown been for you?
It's been very, very challenging, Nathan. Very challenging mentally. Very challenging personally, because one of the things that lockdown has provided is an awful lot of quiet contemplation and periods of solitude. And for a man with, I'm going to describe it as a jazz brain, a man with a jazz brain, quiet contemplation and periods of solitude are a very dangerous thing. So one of the few bright shining lights of lockdown has been my every other Monday evening, which I've spent with the company of these three pricks. over Skype, where we have been playing a little role-playing fantasy nerd virgin game called Dungeons and the Dragons, I believe it's called, isn't it? The Dungeons and the Dragons.
No, it's just Dungeons and the Dragons. It's just
Dungeons and the Dragons.
It's like a band.
And then there's like the Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
name.
I was going to say the sequel, Two Dungeons, Two Dragons.
I've seen that on the internet. I don't recommend that.
So we thought, and after playing Dungeons and the Dragons for a while, we decided that what the world needed was yet another podcast about Dungeons and Dragons, and yet another podcast featuring Michael Jameson. So we decided to release our ramblings and our playings as a bit of a podcast. And then we thought, in order to promote that podcast, let's get the lads on here and pimp the new podcast out on the old podcast. Whee!
That's it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like advertisement,
Conception.
promotional.
Yeah, we should point out, this is a paid advertisement. I took a tenner out of my wallet before and put it in my trouser pocket, so I paid myself on behalf of myself to advertise myself through the means of myself.
Hashtag gifted.
Can I just say, Stuart, your lockdown must be really, really shit if the highlight is coming on and playing games with us lot.
Yep.
I mean, it's definitely...
Can we get a show of hands? And we'll have to say it out loud because I realise this is a
No,
podcast.
no. We won't say it out loud. We will not say it out loud. No.
Can I get a verbal acknowledgement from who here highlight has been D&D? Because for me, for sure, D&D has been the highlight of my
probably.
lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just not our one.
There was a lot of silence. I mean, that was 4 out of 5 hands.
There's been so much good stuff.
Is it the cancellation of many holidays, Michael, or is it the delay on Marvel shows and films coming out? Are those bigger for you?
It was the nerve damage in his wrist caused from too much masturbation.
Yeah. The was supposed to be going to Florida in 3 days. So that's good.
Oh, gutted for you, mate.
Now you've gone,
you would have already been back.
Yeah. I would have already been back. I've been through the pain and come out the other side. So shut up.
I was looking forward to them turkey legs, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now you can go on a holiday of the mind, Mike. So
Yeah,
It's true.
look
the
at
realm of
that.
whatever Dungeons and Dragons is.
Is the Nintendo Land open up yet?
It is delayed. It's going to be open. It's opening in Tokyo soon. I don't know where it's next to open. In Florida, it's scheduled for, I think, 2024 or 3.
By which
So
time
time
you-
this is over, you could probably go back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean,
get there at least once.
yeah, that'll be at least the second time there, to be honest.
First, probably, given the way the world's going on, mate.
Lucky for me, COVID has cancelled 0 of my holiday plans because I had none, which is equally depressing.
It has at the moment it's cancelled. I believe, I need to recheck, but I believe it's cancelled 30 theme park days for me. That we do actually have some booked. So we're supposed to be going to Blackpool, Stuart, and Poland.
Is it worse? Who do we feel more sorry for? Do we feel more sorry for Michael, who's had loads of exciting things cancelled, or do we feel more sorry for losers like Sam, who literally COVID has had 0 impact on their life?
Yeah, when there was like 10 p.m. curfew, I was like, oh no, because I don't remember the last time I was out past 10 p.m. Realistically.
No.
So if you like some of this fun, why not head over to Dyson Design? This is just a snippet of some of the conversations you can have, but set in a fantasy world.
We just sit around and mope.
Dyson Desire, Michael, is it called?
Dice and Desire.
That's right, Dice and Desire.
That's available on all good platforms and some bad
And
ones.
Stitcher.
I
mean, if you go on Spotify, you just got to go Dice and it comes up. That's the first thing that comes up.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It is basically everywhere that you can get podcasts and podcasts. or podcasts.
Except for the Amazon Echo, apparently, because I've been screaming at it for weeks and it will not find it.
Try talking to it nicely instead of
Have
screaming.
you tried plugging it in?
Oh, shit.
Have you tried saying Alexa rather than Amazon Echo?
Well, I had to say that, otherwise it would have heard me.
I don't need your holidays. Once a fortnight, I go to the Sword Coast. What? My
Boom.
Wow.
Well
we
done.
should say as well, we're not the Dyson Desire that is a sex-positive podcast that's coming soon. We're the one that's already out and already popular.
And
we are also
incredibly
sex-positive.
conservative.
But yeah, go and find it. It's we've had pretty good feedback so far from D&D people. But what's nice is when we see some of the fans like Ashley Gaffney or Shelbers, who have, as far as I know, never played, never had any real interest in the game, and they've basically come on and said, giving it a listen, and you know what, it's bloody brilliant. So even if you're out there,
they love it.
Yeah, even if you're out there and you're not an uber nerd like us neeks, then just because of that fact doesn't mean you won't enjoy the podcast, because ultimately, there's a lot of people out there that I don't really know what it is. The amount of people that I've had to try and explain what Dungeons and Dragons is in my life, and it is quite hard to describe. But ultimately, I just boil it down to it's an improv story situation.
Can I ask,
with a bit of dice for luck?
How did you explain it to the mother-in-law?
I haven't yet.
You not crossed that bridge yet.
No,
You want to know the easy way of doing it? Just say, go and watch Stranger Things on Netflix.
Oh, Christ.
Basically what it is.
Right, yeah, that's a good start. Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm sure there's a lot of people listening to this and they're thinking I've had sex. How am I going to get into it? You don't have to be a virgin to listen to it. You can.
But it does help.
Yeah. No, joking apart, you can listen if you have had sex or seen a woman before, or man.
If you've seen a woman or
Next
man.
positive.
If you have walked down the street and looked at someone, you can still listen to it.
And that's the tagline that we use on the podcast every week. So you know. But yeah, go on, head on over there. Listen to what we've got up there at the moment. As of the time that this goes out, we'll have 3 episodes of our main story.
Ooh.
Things are starting to ramp up a little bit. Plus, there'll be some additional content that you can listen to prior to that, where we, all of the people on here, apart from myself, I'm the Dungeons Master on there, so I didn't get a character, but all of the other guys I sat down with individually and talked to about their characters. 4 of them did a really, really solid job, and the other one, just coasted it. But we won't. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not that kind of girl. So
I will, MJ.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm still bitter.
Was the only person with a prepared speech, but no.
But no prepared character. Yeah, brilliant.
A speech that didn't apply in the end, did it?
Hey, totally applies.
Oh, does it transfer over? I didn't listen to your introduction.
Wow.
All right, no one did.
Sick man.
Wow.
I mean, before it went live, we were all pretty much told it's not that relevant. It changes.
Which is wholly inaccurate anyway. Sabotaged from the inside. Look at that. Admitted live on.
Oh, he's been quinched up.
Live,
Right.
Can I just ask one more question? When do new episodes get released?
Oh, that's a great
Here
question,
he
Mike.
is.
Thanks for asking. They get released every Wednesday.
Scripted, wasn't it?
Every Wednesday they get released on, as we say, Spotify and all podcast, good podcast apps. We're playing one main story, but every now and again we're going to be drip feeding in some what are called one shots, where it will just be a side story whereby it'll be something completely different. But at the moment we've got none of those planned for release, although we will be recording one soon. But that's by the by. But yeah, so you'll be able to get plenty of story going. There's some huge talent going into this. Sam's been drawing some spectacular character artwork, which you can see over at our Instagram page, which is at Dyson Design. Luke's been doing a tremendous job on the editing, smashing the barrels on that. I don't know if that's a phrase, but I've just made it up there and then.
Smashing the barrels.
Smashing
A well-known
the barrels.
editing phrase.
Luke, I just want to say how great your logo is as well. Absolutely love that
Of course,
logo.
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That was a team effort. Can we not? Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Luke polished it. It was team effort. MJ was like, let's draw some broken dice, and then it sort of evolved from there. Did we post the evolution process of the dice?
Yeah, we did.
That's probably one of my favourite posts.
Yeah, so if you go back into some of our earlier posts, you'll be able to see some of the alternative logos that we talked about, and also some of the variations of what we did end up going on. But yeah, no, that's because that was so long ago. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that was amazing work on Luke's part. and MJ's showing some pictures for the people at home who can't see it. And
Don't
Stuart,
mention it then, mate. I was silent about it. So you're the one that's ruined it for him. Now they're getting all jealous. Oh yeah, let's make our listeners feel jealous. That'll help.
just a little thing I'd like to call morale. And Stuart has been, the songs that he's been releasing lately has been spectacular. In fact, let's also do a little bit of promotional work for your channel, Stuart.
Why not?
Yeah, go for it.
So everyone who's listening to this podcast knows that I make music. I think it might have even been Sam that brought Bardcore to my attention, like 3 or 4 months ago. I think it was. Was it Sam? Or do you not remember?
I think it might have been Joe.
I don't think it was. I'm sure it was someone from this group. The idea of Bardcore, which are modern popular songs in the style of a medieval or Renaissance bard. So I've been making these, and I've had similarly some excellent feedback. If you're interested in hearing it, it's the YouTube channel is called Dweezil Vanzerfit, which is oh god, it's impossible.
Don't spell it. No, don't spell it.
It's impossible.
Find it from that.
Find me on Twitter at @thisisbardcore, all one word, because that's how Twitter handles work. And then there's a link on there. And yeah, some good tunes on there, and had some lovely feedback from people. The general consensus is that I make the best bardcore in the world. YouTube's algorithm doesn't agree.
Correct.
Whether it was me or not, I'll take the credit.
Yeah.
I showed you that.
Yeah.
Which means MJ's about to take the credit as well.
Genuinely, I do roar with laughter during the ones that are funny.
Yeah.
Which they mostly are. Yeah, they're either impressive or funny. So.
Can I get an impression of roared laughter? And there you have it.
You hear that though, Mike? You hear that? Everyone's contributing something special to the Dyson design. I didn't hear me and you getting a special shout out. I don't know what we're.
Well, that's because I'm a lazy son of a bitch and I don't do anything. Wow. And you're just a hindrance. So.
Wow. Yeah.
You're our mascot.
Can't really argue with that. Cheerleader, I suppose. Yeah.
I didn't shout myself out, did I? So.
I'd just like to say that
the man who's organising all.
Yeah, Nathan is also present as well at the recordings. Yeah.
He's the composer.
Yeah. Nathan is
I'd like to point out that Nate is actually doing a hell of a lot of research. Like all jokes aside, I think he's.
And he puts up with some shit.
He does. He's like trying to herd cats and nailing the DM side of things.
Yeah, a couple of my friends have said they can't believe it's only your second time at DMing.
I cannot tell you the amount of times so far that something's happened. I'm like, I just want to walk away from this right now because the amount of work I've put in, and this is what you're doing.
Smell the pillowcase.
Smelling
the
a
pillowcase is going to become relevant. I'm telling you, guys, I wouldn't steal it if it wasn't important.
You kept it. I thought you just sniffed it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just sniffed it.
He took the pillowcase
for later.
Along with your bag of teeth and other random shit that you've got. Are you going to con the tooth fairy? Is that what's going to happen?
No, he's going to fill it up with a sack of doorknobs and finally have a weapon.
To be fair, the bag of teeth was something that was like inherited to me, whereas the pillowcase I actively went for because I've got plans.
Is it just to find a pillow and have a nap? Is that it?
Yeah, he took the pillow out of the pillowcase and he's like, I just need a pillow to put back in this.
Mix and match, custom nap.
And I got called the pervert.
Correct. So yeah, there you go. There's an example of some of the laughs we have around here. So yeah, please do head on over there. It's been great fun, and yeah, we thought this was a great time to reintroduce you to some old faces like Sam and Luke, and also to bring Mike into the FRUK family.
I've done reviews before. Does that count?
Absolutely.
Counts perfectly.
Nate here. If you're like me and have a dangerous amount of disposable income that you can't be trusted with, why not head on over to patreon.com and give some of it to your favourite food review channel and podcast provider. And while you're there, why not give us some money? Way! Nah, but seriously, patreon.com/Food Review UK. Help us get Gossy some new glasses or something. He looks ridiculous.
So let's get on to some food chat, because ultimately this is not a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. This is a food podcast. So let's talk a bit about food. I suspect that Sam may have already played this, but you're going to play along again anyway, Sam. I'm just going to quickly fire at the three of you a quick game of Either Or. Either Or is where I give you the choice of two foods or drinks or whatever, and I just need your quick instant response on which one you prefer. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
As a group or individually?
Individually. I don't need you to confer and come up with a voted winner. That's fine. I'm not that kind of person. Right, okay, so we'll go in alphabetical order. So Luke, Mike, Sam. Cool. I'll give you one each, so we'll just go around it like that. Okay, so Luke, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Mike, Cadbury or Galaxy?
Cadbury.
Sam, oranges or lemons?
Lemons.
Luke, burger or pizza?
Burger.
Good one. Burger, really?
Yeah, I mean, I like both. But...
Vegan burger, are we talking in this scenario?
Yeah, ideally like the Impossible Burger or something, but I still like meat burgers, obviously, because I ate them for 34 years, but not constantly. But
I think I prefer a veggie burger to a fake meat burger.
Oh, you're completely wrong there.
Yeah.
No, but actual like non-meat imitation veggie burgers are disgusting.
No, I mean, there's like a
like a
veggie
bean
burger
burger.
that's supposed to be a veggie burger.
So you mean like a bean burger or something like
Yeah,
that?
I'd much rather a bean burger than a fake meat burger.
What about
Beans are
tofu
okay,
burgers? Where does tofu go into
I
that?
don't like tofu. It's just squidgy and squeaks in your mouth. Like, yeah, it's awful.
That said, halloumi burgers are incredible.
Yeah, halloumi's great.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just cheese. Come on. What's that
Yeah.
not sort of?
Yeah, deep fried cheese. It's about as good as it gets. Really.
Cheeseburger.
Mike, tea or coffee?
Depends on time of day, but I'll go coffee.
Say it in the voice.
Come on, Greg.
Coffee!
Okay.
I've actually got to change his voice a bit because
It gets
I feel
exhausting
like it's a
putting on the
bit-
voice, doesn't it?
No, I think it's just a bit whiny. I mean, my voice is pretty whiny and I don't like it anyway when it's recorded. But so I've got to diet it down a little bit. So it's more like
God.
coffee.
Oh, nice.
For me,
If
it's
anything, made it more whiny. Sam, fruit or veg?
It used to be fruit, but I'd probably say veg now, I think.
Cool story. I didn't need your life story. Luke, rice or pasta?
Rice.
Correct.
Mike, beer or wine?
Beer.
Good man.
Sam, McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King.
What did it used to be? Lovely
I
stuff.
mean, what we should all do is just take whatever Sam says and reverse it, and then they're the correct answers.
Oh, no.
All right.
No, Burger King's much better than
Burger King.
McDonald's.
Yeah, so get fucked.
McDonald's only has price on it. Like,
Price and convenience.
Breakfast.
Nice convenience, chips, breakfast.
yeah, the actual
That's-
burger is much better at Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is ultimately what we're going there for. No one's
And-
going
Clues in the
there for
name.
chips. No
Yeah,
one's going,
I mean,
oh.
chips
No,
are
come on,
overrated.
MJ.
Chips are massively overrated anyway. There's no,
MJ,
like,
you
I mean,
saying-
I would agree with you on that, but yeah. And milkshakes. Come on, McDonald's milkshakes. Oh,
No, Burger King milkshake's better.
Never had one. Machines.
never had one. Yeah. Okay.
No, you go to Burger King for the burgers, and then you pop across the road to get a McFlurry. That's how it works. Surely.
Good idea.
Burger,
Well, if I
Burger
want
King
chicken,
and
then where do I
McDonald's
go?
are 15 minutes away where
Wouldn't
I
know.
live.
I'm vegetarian. I don't know about chicken.
Well,
See, that's the great thing about
KFC much, do you?
Oh,
Yeah,
chicken.
what do you
They're
get?
vegan KFC.
Do you get the fillet of fish? Because the fillet of fish is fucking awful.
Correct.
I
Also,
don't- why
still,
don't
go to either
still an
anymore.
animal.
It's bad.
Yeah, no, I haven't been to McDonald's for a long time.
I've only had one in the last like 6 months, and it was so hyped up to me. And then it's just a soggy bit of fish in a steamed bun.
It's nothing.
My wife is not a fan of fish particularly, and even I've been able to convert her. The fillet of fish is nice. She's actually ordering them by choice. So
what the fuck?
I don't think I've had one in a good 25 years.
No, the veggie patties are better. The veggie patties are a lot better if you're going for a vegetarian option.
No, the veggie patties are disgusting. They're like...
It's better than the fillet of fish, I promise you.
Correct.
They're just like watered down vegetables. It's like...
Have you had the veggie dippers? They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
I can't remember if I have.
You want about the mozzarella dippers? Yeah, they are good.
No.
They are good.
Like the actual vegetable ones.
They're cheesy nacho ones. Got it.
Excellent.
Where did we get up to?
I think Nate was asking me if I would choose Burger King chips over McDonald's. Absolutely.
That's because you're a fucking idiot.
Is he frozen?
You weren't part of the Eater All.
No, he's there. He's
Quivia!
Hey!
Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's Quivia time, so play Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's Quivia time, so play Quivia. It's like a cross between some trivia and a quiz and a such extent the brought the two of those two aforementioned words. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's Quivia time, so play Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's Quivia time, so play Quivia.
Right. Quivia.
Are we rolling for this?
Yeah, Nate, you are a...
I don't know if it was on air or not, but I told Stuart before the show that he was going to hate Quivia.
Correct.
I have a funny feeling you're all going to hate Quivia. Tonight's Quivia I have called Icosahedron, which is a pun on icosahedron, or hedron, which is the name for a 20-sided dice.
Shape.
Yeah. I've got 5 food-related...
20-faceted dice.
Brilliant. Great. Excellent. Keep with them. Some more of that content. Yeah. I've got 5 food-related numbers, which I'm going to ask you guys to roll for. And depending on how close your roll is to the correct answer will determine how many points you get. The person with the lowest score is tonight's winner.
Right.
Oh,
Wow.
God. Please.
And the well-known aspect of quizzes is the random element with no actual knowledge whatsoever. Fuck me.
But the skill will come down to how you roll.
I'm just going to say, every time I've done Quivia, I feel like where I've lost the most points have always been in the games that have been complete chance. And once again, I'm subject to a game of complete chance.
Brilliant.
I do apologise, Sam. You should take that up with your union rep or
the ombudsman.
Take it up with the DM.
Yeah. Good.
Union rep.
Got a customer service number.
Correct.
Actually,
Right then.
Out of spite, I'm using my heavy dice, so someone has to edit that out. I'm angry and I'm going to ruin it for everyone else.
Yeah. So could you all please roll for me? I mean, you're going to be rolling before I give you the question, because otherwise you'll just tell me the number. So that's not how this works. So if you can roll, give me the number that you rolled, and then I'll put it into my little spreadsheet, and then we'll go, and then I'll ask you the first question.
In what order do you want us to say what number we got?
I will ask you in the same order. Stuart.
16.
16. Lovely. MJ.
9.
9.
Cheat.
Luke.
2.
2.
Classic
Sam?
dab off roll.
18.
That is a very dab off roll. And Mike.
15.
Lovely stuff. Oh, why hasn't that worked? Okay.
Do us to go through this exciting content again.
Shut up. Right. So the question was, how many herbs and spices are there in the KFC original recipe?
Wow.
The answer being 11. So the closest there was MJ.
Prickface.
With Luke way out west with 9 points. Can you please roll again then?
Correct.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's do it again.
I mean, if I just say 10 to everyone, it gives me the best odds of.
It does. I'll call you a cheat. So Stuart.
11.
And then MJ.
18.
Ooh.
18. Luke.
Yeah, I've gone the complete opposite way to before. 19.
And Sam.
9.
Oh, he didn't want to go for 10, so he's just changed it. And Mike.
14.
14. The question is, how many
toppings on an 18-topping pizza?
How many chicken McNuggets are there
in a share box?
The answer being 20.
How you doing, Stuart?
Right, question 3.
Quite good at rolling.
Question 3. Please roll.
Oh, fucking hell.
Stuart.
What language would you like the answer in?
Japanese.
I can only go up to 5 in Japanese, and this is 8, so...
Well, don't ask an open-ended question.
That's Hachi, I do believe.
Oh, here he is. Bloody hell.
What was the number?
8.
8. And can I have MJ's number?
Wave vamp.
What's that, sorry?
20, yes.
Luke?
4.
Hope this is another sharebox question.
What's the relative? No, Sam.
7.
And Mike.
I rolled 14 again.
Lovely stuff. So the question number 3 was, what were the original number of fingers in a Kitkat?
Oh, fucking hell.
4. So we do have the first dead-on answer of the night, which is Luke's 4.
Yes.
Well played. Question 4.
How are you getting on now, MJ?
Roll.
I'm doing a little worse now, yeah.
Roll that dice.
Of course, if you want to know why they're called Kitkat, you can watch the video on Resource Man Daily channel.
Sorry, no self-promotion on this.
Yeah, which 12.
No, Sam. Stuart, sorry.
13.
I get us mixed up all the time too.
Yeah. MJ.
10.
Cheat.
Luke.
7.
And Sam. This is you this time.
12.
And sorry. And then Mike.
I too rolled a 13. Do you want me to re-roll? You don't have the same.
Absolutely fine. So question number 4: how many guys make a hamburger? The answer being 5. So Luke was closest there with 7.
Stupid Luke.
Nice.
Would you roll, Stuart?
13.
Okay.
And the final question, can I please have your roll?
17.
And then MJ.
20. On my favourite fucking dice, can I just say, I've just rolled 20 twice out of 5. When we're playing fucking Dice in Design, I'm needing to critical hit an orc, or whatever the fuck, a goblin or fucking dog.
Yeah, to be fair, your rolls have been 18, 20, and 20.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous. Look, I'm going to literally trick the dice now. I'm going to trick it, and you can watch this. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I really need a critical hit now to kill this goblin. 9. Lowest roll, sort of.
See what I do? Lie. No.
Yeah,
Luke.
like no one's checking your dice. Like you can literally just lie and no one will know.
But we don't do that on Dice and Design because it's an integral part of the game. And
It's dishonesty causes greater burn than heartburn. That's what
not when you roll a quick crit 20 when you want to. I'd say it was actually pretty fucking good, to be honest. But anyway, 16.
16. And Sam?
2.
2. And final one, Mike.
7.
7. Okie dokie, let me just tidy this up a little bit. Okie dokie, so. Oh, comprehensive results. Question 5 was, what age are you able to drink if you have something to eat in a restaurant?
Fucking hellfire.
We have our second dead-on answer tonight, which is 16.
It 2? Fuck.
No. It's 16. Luke again smashes it.
I'm afraid you didn't specify a country. It's 12 if you're in France.
That is very true. That is very true.
I would love to one
I also
day...
didn't specify alcohol, so somebody can't drink anything.
You can't have water. You've just got to dehydrate.
Exactly.
The rest of your family just drink water and shit.
Fucking hell, don't have the crackers.
I would one day love to partake in
restaurant
Quivia that is knowledge based, not just sheer fucking luck.
Well, sorry, mate.
I embrace it.
I'm trying to do. Listen. I'm trying to do something different here. I'm trying to be a bit niche. Like literally everything so far has been at the roll of a dice, and
You hear it,
I am fuming. You're right.
I tell you what, you fucking plan our next episode, yeah, Sam? Jesus Christ!
You're
At
right.
least
No, I'm not having this. I'm planning D&D. I'm planning these podcasts. You clowns keep coming on here and telling me that I'm doing a fucking shit job. Come on.
Well, it's not nice to watch a grey man cry.
Fucking hell.
Turn his camera off, that's what I do.
If you subscribe to the Patreon, we'll upload the video of him crying.
Luke's the winner.
Good.
Where's Stuart and I? That's the important one.
Doesn't matter, does it really?
No, where are we?
Right. So well done, Luke. You win. Your total score was 12. That is impressive.
Thank
and
you,
bearing in mind, your first roll was 9 off. So you only got 3 in the next 4 questions.
That's mental.
That is impressive. Second place was the roller of Quivia, Stuart. 27 points.
His finger is right. You can't even see the finger, but that finger is right up against his face on the screen now.
A significant 2 points ahead of MJ on 29.
I'm a good sportsman. So well done to everyone who was above me, and commiserations to everyone who was below me. I'm not going to stick my finger up anyone. I find that a bit rude.
Tell that to the royalty in our Dungeons and Dragons game. little teaser of the old fingering incident.
Fourth place was Mike with 37 points, and last, sticking to form, Sam with 42 points.
Sam, you're just rubbish at this, aren't you?
That's actually
eat shit.
That's an impressively high score, isn't it? Because
yeah, I mean, it's nearly 4 times as high as Luke's score. His points were 7, 11, 3, 7, 14.
decent.
So, yeah.
I reiterate, eat shit.
Oh, now Sam's crying. Jesus.
That's great, Nate. Thank you. Well done for organising that. That's wicked, mate.
Yeah, that was brilliant, and the right person won. So, I believe if my memory serves, I'm 2 for 2 now on Quivia. So all good. I think
I'm 0 for 3.
I know. I'm about 3 or 4 for 80.
Something about that. Something around those lines. Right, let's get into tonight's foodie discussions. I mean, Stuart's disappeared. I don't know where he's gone. If
he's just gone, hasn't he? He didn't even say like he's leaving or anything. So
victory lap, I think, for coming second. Bit excessive, but
correct.
Right, it's only his family's waking up. It's all right.
Yeah, I mean they're all northern, so not really people we care about, aren't they?
Probably outside howling at the moon, to be honest. So I'm so glad he's not here to see that.
The good news is he gets to hear it when he edits this podcast. So don't worry. He won't.
I'll just get a message in a few days just saying, "You fucking bastard."
Oh, it's banter o'clock around here all day round. Tonight's discussion. We're going to, as I said, everything so far tonight has been around the role of a dice. I've basically put together a list of 20 food subjects, food questions, food dilemmas, whatever they may be. Just a bundle of food-related things. And each of us are going to roll a d20. And then we can talk about whatever subject or question or whatever comes up. Who'd like to kick it off? Does anyone have any preference? Would anyone like to?
Can I go first? As I never go first or end up first.
Okay. Yeah, well, let Sam go first because he lost.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. We'll do it in reverse order of the quiz results then. So Sam first, Mike second, MJ third, Stuart fourth, and then Luke last.
You'd think it would make me feel better. It does.
Go on then, Sam. Roll your d20. Get your big D out.
Oh, 17. Nice.
2.
I don't know what you want to do about these. I think we'll just, ask questions and just see what the room feels. Question 2, or the second one. Weird food quirks. Do you have any? I don't know if we've discussed this on an earlier random question when you've been on.
Quirks.
Do you do anything weird with food, Sam?
Have you seen American Pie?
Wait till it cools down. That's mine.
No, it was on about the milkshakes in the second one. When they go to the milkshake bar, just have some milkshakes.
Yeah.
Disgusting child.
I don't know. It's not that weird. How do you guys feel about like cold toast?
Oh God, where the butter doesn't melt.
No.
That's just bread, isn't it?
I just mean toast. Like I'll put bread in the toaster and I can take it out, butter it, but it's normally peanut butter for me. Slathering in peanut butter. So I can either take it out, whack it on straight away, or I can go about my business for 10, 15 minutes, go back and then do it, and it doesn't bother me. But some people have to be warm toast.
Oh no. I'd actually even go as far as say have it cool down a bit so when you put the butter on, the butter doesn't melt.
Oh, I mean,
so it just goes greasy. Oh.
Do you choose for it to be cold, Sam, or are you just saying you're happy, you can accept it cold, or do you prefer it cold?
So with the nature of my work, it's typically like I'll log on and I don't eat breakfast before I start work. So I'll get up from my desk, make a cup of tea. But if I have to pick up a call or I start doing something and forget about it, it doesn't bother me to go back to it cold. So it's not by choice. It's just by circumstance, I guess. But either way, it doesn't bother me. Whereas some people, but I've told that to some people and they're probably freaked out at the idea of cold toast. Like they have to have it straight out of toaster, butter straight on. And then as soon as and they got to eat it before it goes cold, or it's inedible to them.
No, fine.
I think to be fair, if you've ever stayed in a hotel, almost certainly the toast that you get is cold anyway. Like I think I'm fairly well trained. I would prefer it warm or hot, but I think I'm quite happy with getting a cold bit of toast and.
So it's not really a quirk. Disappointing.
Yeah, you've sort of ruined the question a bit there by just mentioning just something to do with food. But no, it's fine.
I have got into something quite weird recently, actually. It's very much in character for me. It's just something that I had never officialised, whereas now it's just fully a thing. Whenever I have chips or like chicken goujons, anything like that, I've now got a couple of sauces that I'm like. To say that I've made sauces is over-egging it a little bit. So I started off with the Askies or the Askies toffee sauce. That's real good. But now I've made a few. So I've made several recently. So I've got the most normal is a honey maple chili and orange sauce, which is just like hot,
completely normal.
That's just like a hot honey that you put on pizza or whatever. Then the best one I've made recently is a caramel and malted vanilla sauce. It's just like delicious.
That's like a dessert sauce, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was imagining putting it on chips or something. I mean,
no,
I wouldn't put that past.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh
no, he does. I think that's what MJ's saying. Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, if I'm having ice cream, I'm not having sauce. I want to taste the ice cream.
Is
Um,
hot?
But
Is hot
chips,
when you have
you just slather it in chocolate and like jam and shit. Yeah.
But to be fair, I dip them in a pot. I don't pour it on.
Oh yeah, you're not a savage.
is the fact that no savoury food is like illegible to be doused in hot sauce a quirk? Like there is no savoury food that won't get a few splashes of hot sauce. Cheese on toast, hot sauce, egg sandwich, hot sauce.
I mean, hot sauce is great. Have you ever mixed hot sauce with mayonnaise though? Because then you get the taste of the hot sauce without the burn. That's the
Add some lime.
No, because the burn is the point. Like the burn is part of the experience. If you're not,
is the point.
yeah.
Chill out, mate.
Yeah. If you're
Are
not
we on about like a sriracha, or are we on about like an actual
I'm on
hot
about
sauce?
like hot pepper sauce, like
Tabasco.
yeah, no, even hotter, like the extra hot Tabasco. Like if you're not in a little bit of pain when you're eating hot sauce, you're not doing it properly.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the
hope
taste of food though, so
No, there's a fine line. There's a fine line between really hot and it adding to something and too hot and it taking away from something. And I like to just skirt that line just on the side of enjoyable.
just on the precipice.
Yeah, just on the point that my eyes are a bit red, my nose is running a bit, but not the fact that my arsehole starts bleeding.
Yeah, you've got the first 2 nines on the phone and you're just hovering your finger over the 3rd 9, yeah? Just ready to call the ambulance.
Yeah.
I know spice is like a lot of things, and you've got to train your body up, and I'm sure that it's just all about experience. But like, I remember going to Spain a few years ago and went to a burger joint, and they just had sauces on the table, one of which was called the Bomb, and it was a hot sauce. And I just remember like my mate going, "Yeah, don't have that. That's pretty spicy." And I was like, "I'm just going to try it." And just having the tiniest, like I'm not exaggerating when I say the tiniest little droplet on my finger, and then just putting it on my tongue, and my tongue being on absolute fire. It is possibly the hottest thing I've ever had, even up to this date.
That's on hot ones. That one, the Bomb. It's on hot ones.
What's the like? Where's the pleasure there? Like how? Like I say, I appreciate you could build yourself up, and the more the more hot stuff you have, the easier you get used to it, and then you can build on from there and there and there. But fuck me, like really, is that what you want out of life? That you just want to completely destroy your taste buds?
It's people that's like dead inside, isn't it? Really, they just like rub it in their eyes just to feel something.
Yeah. Hot, super hot, spicy hot, painful hot. Releases endorphins, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets your blood pumping.
Yeah, it's good
All
for
right,
you.
we got it. You got big balls. You got big testosterone. We know.
Anyone else got any food quirks?
I mean, we'd be all nice if we did make.
What's your opinion on like putting sauce on stuff that already has sauce on? So like putting, I don't know, some barbecue sauce on pizza, which obviously has the
that's fine.
The tomato ketchup base, or mixing barbecue sauce in with like beans or something.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, that's
tomato puree base. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think it depends on it depends. I think both of those are fairly acceptable. I draw the line when you get some people, my wife included, who puts things like ketchup with her roast chicken. So you got ketchup and gravy.
Never that with a roast.
No. Ketchup on lobster for that that Red Dwarf reference.
Ketchup on steak for that Donald Trump reference.
I used to as a kid. I used to put ketchup on my steak. I've grown myself out of that very much. So.
Nah, a good steak doesn't need anything.
You say that?
Pepper. I don't know.
No, I'm with Sam here.
I do quite like a peppercorn sauce now though with steak. I think that works very well.
Yeah, I mean,
stilted sauce. Come on.
I think it enhances the flavour. I think it goes well, whereas some sauces are a bit too.
I think it depends. For me, it depends how much if I spent like 50 quid on like a Chateaubriand or whatever it's called, I wouldn't put sauce on it. But if I'm buying if it was like a 12 quid rump steak or something like that, then yeah, peppercorn sauce. But if you're paying that much for a good bit of meat, I think a sauce like a peppercorn just takes away from it. It's just.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong, and I would say 9 times out of 10 I probably am just having the steak on its own, and the sauce I might use with something else. Like I might use it with chips, yeah. But at the same time, I think a steak can work well, and I think some of the sauces that are intended for steak are ones that I think enhance the flavour or work well with the flavour, rather than something like a ketchup, which is sort of a different end of the flavour scale, and actually
creamy sauce that adds a bit of contrast and
the quality has to match the meat. I think it can't just be some cheap, shitty, sugary sauce or whatever.
Bit of nice horseradish with some steak.
I was gonna say horseradish. Fuck, I'm not gonna be vegetarian after this podcast, am I?
Horseradish.
Yeah,
Horseradish with steak.
Fuck.
Horseradish and steak is.
What goes on?
That is not normal.
Oh, it's good though.
Horseradish is like roast beef territory, not a steak.
It works though. It's that heat. It's like wasabi, isn't it? It's.
Oh, I love a wasabi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke, what goes well with a beetroot? What sort of sauce goes well with a turnip?
Anything that masks the flavour. Just slather it. Just
Come.
To be fair, probably preferable to beetroot.
Oh wait, do you say beetroot? Oh, no, you wouldn't want that actually.
Probably have to beat your root to get the.
Yeah, you're mixing white with red there. You don't want to do that.
I mean, can I bring the conversation back to the original question a bit? Food quirks. Like when I was growing up, MJ always dipping his chicken nuggets into milkshakes, McDonald's milkshakes.
When you say growing up, did you guys grow up together then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like from
Well,
what
grow up's a strong word.
13, 12.
Oh,
Oh, it's the
really?
year 2000, so
There must be a picture of you guys as like teens, like
very
Oh,
easy.
that I
to
need
find,
to
I think.
see.
Yeah.
Do you look any
very-
different? I bet you guys look exactly the same.
I had the
We look
typical
like
90s hair. It was great. You know, like the
When
curtains.
are you planning on changing that?
Uh,
Savage.
Innit? Jeez. But yeah, my next thing was going to be like I didn't realize dipping chips into like milkshakes was a big thing. Obviously, until I watched like Pulp Fiction many years ago. But I always thought it was just an MJ thing. But apparently, it's a thing that they do in America all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, big
chips
thing.
and milk. I think chips and milkshakes, and I wouldn't necessarily say an acceptable one, but it's definitely one that a lot of people do, and myself included. I haven't done it for a long time, but I think when I was a lot younger, I used to do it every now and again, and it does work. The sweetness, and the very salty savoury of the chips works in a very weird way. But I wouldn't necessarily do it now. It's not, you know. I don't get the chicken nugget thing he does with ice cream. That's
Yeah, I kind of get that. It's kind of good.
I've not tried it.
no, I haven't. I feel like I should. I do feel like I should.
Well, it's off the
Good.
table for me now.
Very true.
What, chicken?
Chicken nuggets.
Not halal, mate.
Oh.
Wait, Sam, have you gone vegetarian or something? What's going on there?
No, halal, mate. Muslim, innit?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
There must
That is
be.
the standard non-Muslim reaction to that. It's like,
Fair enough.
right, this could get politically incorrect very quickly. So
Yeah.
it's just oh.
There must
Yeah,
be
mate.
plenty.
Yeah.
There must be plenty of halal nuggets available though, just not McDonald's McNuggets. You must.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. There's definitely
you can
places.
get
All of them
halal
knock
certified McDonald's, by the way. They do exist. There's
Yeah.
definitely one in
Not
Slough.
in this. Nah, there's no halal McDonald's in the UK.
Are you sure?
100% convinced.
Oh, this
No.
sounds like a Google.
Wow.
There's a lot of halal KFCs.
Yeah.
Is Mike musplaining?
Yeah. I'm almost certain. I mean, I'll be very happy if it turns out there are, but why do you think I've been sticking to like fillet of fish and veggie burgers? But no, it's no big deal. It's actually a much easier transition than I thought it would be, to be fair.
Does halal only apply to red meat then?
No.
No, chicken. It doesn't apply to fish. But
Okay.
yeah, any animals like that aren't anything that's not fish essentially.
Fish
Can't
don't
eat-
count.
Can't eat certain
Yes, go on.
seafoods. Can't eat can't eat most shellfish.
No. Bottom feeders in it. Dirty.
Yeah. Can't eat carrion, so you can't eat like birds of prey. You can't
I'm
eat.
gutted. Oh,
Ah,
what are you having for your
That is
tea,
more
Kestrel? Yeah.
Yeah. was gonna have a falcon.
freedom steak later.
Oh, you could be right. Your nearest one's Germany. You catch a flight. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
he's not going to apologise.
Can't eat
Mike,
eagle.
But yeah,
That's
there's KFCs. There's the hot dogs at Five Guys are kosher, and as a Muslim, you can eat kosher stuff. So that's my Five Guys go-to from now on.
correct. Good choice as well. Bloody
Yeah,
love it.
love the
Bloody
hot
love
dogs.
it. Yeah, great hot dog.
Social media, what does it mean to ya? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, hey, like, follow, retweet, make our day. Social media, what does it mean to ya? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, hey, like,
find Food Review UK on Twitter at Food Review UK, Facebook also at Food Review UK, and on Instagram at FRUKgram. Check it out.
Mike, can you roll a D20 for me? Let's get this conversation moving on to another subject. Whoosh! That was me doing a little.
I have rolled a 16. Why have all my rolls been in like the teens, pretty much?
16. One word question. This one. Dessert. Make of that what you will. Yeah. Do you like dessert? What's your favourite desserts to have?
Oh, tiramisu's definitely up there. Tiramisu is a win.
Shout.
Good, innit?
I do love a coffee, so
Yeah, you fucking revolve around coffee, don't you?
basically. I mean, we went to
Where's
an
my
Italian restaurant.
tiramisu?
Yeah. I was going to do the voice, but I can't do it now because I'm smiling. But yeah, me and my friends went to an Italian restaurant the other day. We couldn't decide on what dessert to get, so we just got a couple of them. Not between us. I mean, each.
Right.
We got a couple of each.
Wow.
Nice. Do you like them boozy?
I don't mind like a trifle or something like that, or like a tiramisu, but I wouldn't say overly boozy. No. I mean, I'm not gonna go for like what is it? A poached pear in freaking wherever the hell they poach it in.
What do they poach pears in?
Red wine, usually.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a
go-to-
dessert. That's just the.
That's just alcoholics, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about a Lambrini? That'd be a nice little cheaper version.
Poached in white lightning.
Correct. Anyone else?
The northern version. What are you on about?
Yeah. Anyone
For
else
me,
got any
There's
favourite
only
dessert?
two options if I go out. If I go out for food, there's only two things I ever look for. If they're not on there, then I'll see what else it is. It's either sticky toffee pudding or eat a mess.
Oh,
No,
you're
they-
a
Yeah,
mess.
very
You're me, my
British
man.
desserts.
Yeah, those are my two favourites. There's nothing, and everything. If they're not on the menu, obviously it depends what is. But if it's one of those, it will be one of those.
If they're not on the menu, I'll order something else.
That'll show them. Stick it to the man, Sam.
I'm gonna get the sundae.
No, I
And
don't like.
I'm going to
don't
eat
like-
the shit out of it as well.
Don't like ice cream.
Right
I like
away,
ice cream. I don't eat a lot of ice cream.
I'm gonna be disappointed it's dessert, and when they ask if I've had a nice meal, I'll say yes.
But I won't say thank you afterwards.
That's just reiterating the Britishness.
And they
I
might
just-
get a tip.
Like, they have made Facebook so shit. It's unbelievable.
Here we go. This is the section that Upcar's been looking forward to, which is
It
and,
used to be so easy, and of course they've made things so hard. Like you used to be able to click on see friendship with someone, and then there was a whole
What
section
is
of every
happening?
photo you've. Huh?
What is happening?
Every photo you've ever been tagged in used to be fully available.
yeah.
Oh,
And
he's looking for the picture of him and Mike.
yeah, and like we've been
Can I
tagged
just-
in it
Cool.
constantly.
That was
I'm
only
going to
like
drown
10
him out
minutes
now,
ago.
and I'm just going to say the question of: does anyone ever go for the cheese board?
Not as a dessert,
You
no.
like a cheese board? Oh, come on.
I love a
I would-
cheese board, but not as a dessert.
Yeah, I would,
cheese boards desserts can fuck right off.
Yeah.
yeah, as a buffet or like a Christmas as like an alternative, like not as an alternative, but something
As a meal.
later in the day.
As dessert number 3.
Yeah, exactly. I would never put it above a dessert.
No,
I
you
did
never
it-
just go to a restaurant and go, "Oh, I fancy a cheese board for dessert."
No.
As a
Maybe an
teenager,
espresso.
I went on a date and ordered a cheese board in order to look fancy, and I have regretted it while she sat there eating like chocolate fudge cake. I'm sat there with a
Brilliant.
cheese board looking like a roll twat.
Did you have a second date? She was lactose intolerant.
I can't even remember how
Yeah,
old.
she's just like,
I
I'm
just
not going to go
imagine
out
like
with
a
a chocolate
12-year-old you, the most sophisticated 12-year-old I've ever seen, just like sat with a cheese board.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You say you're in
I
a
thought-
suit with like a bubble pipe.
I thought it would make me look interesting, but
Just makes you look like a bell end.
Was it nice?
I mean, I don't like a lot of like. I like cheese, but I don't like blue cheese, and I don't like. What's the other one? I don't like. Yeah, it was weird. And as a
If
kid,
it's not cheddar, I ain't eating it. Is that
yeah,
it?
like now, I love most cheese. Back then, I didn't like that much cheese, and I thought, fuck it, I'll get a cheese board, expecting
You
it to bring out
expected cheese strings and baby
Yeah.
bell.
cheese strings, barely triangles, a baby bell.
They actually just bring out a Lunchable. There you go, mate.
A laughing cow.
Yeah.
They just unwrapped a Lunchable, put on a plank of wood, and just brought it out to him.
Yeah, literally.
Lunchable for the 12-year-old.
I mean, according to Stuart, I am still 12.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the McDonald's staff will really confuse
Oh, what? This was only last week. Sorry.
She's there with a McFlurry, and you're just there with a Lunchable on like a placemat.
Oh, I wish I had said.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that is a mental image that's going to stay with me.
Sam, 12, date, Lunchable. Nice.
Any other desserts anyone wants to mention?
Oh, just skip to the
Cheesecake,
next
Stuart.
question. We've already gone top.
Stuart, cheesecake, talk to me.
Like cheesecakes. Do you know what? I'm trying to think. As soon as you said desserts, I immediately just nothing was jumping out at me. I think I might. I think maybe I'm just so in a diet zone that I've blocked I've blocked desserts out. Cheesecake's good, isn't it? I like a dense cheesecake, like a really dense cheesecake.
Can I ask a question with that? Do you like a baked cheesecake or a non-baked?
I like them both. I think for preference, I like a baked one though, but I do enjoy both types of cheesecake.
Correct.
I like a very dense, cloying baked cheesecake.
Fruity or chocolatey? What's your preference?
Oh, my God.
Vanilla.
I like either. I think for preference, I like more towards the caramelly, chocolatey flavour.
I'm fruity.
We know that.
Fruity fruit.
I like a fruit.
But a cheese board cheesecake.
Oh. Do you know what? Right. We
trying to impress someone.
we go to we sometimes buy these cheeses from a cheese company called I'll hold this podcast together. It's all right, lads. You can all
I'm going on mute.
Oh dear. We sometimes buy these cheeses from a cheese company called the Cheshire Cheese Company. I'm sure you've had them, haven't you? And the little chuckles, the wax chuckles. But they do. They do a variety of
fucking weird ones.
Cheeses with things in. So they'll do, for example, like a gin and lemon Wensleydale. And if you have got just stop looking at each other because you're all making eye contact and giggling like children at school, right? Right, Nathan, you either calm yourself down inside the room or you go and stand outside for 10 seconds and calm yourself down. But anytime you spend outside the room, you're making up at break time.
Oh wow, he's using teacher's rules.
So if you leave the lemon and gin cheese out for a good hour or so to really come up to room temperature, and then my favourite cheese biscuit, and Gemma thinks I'm weird. I like the Hovis digestives. They are 100% my favourite. 100% my favourite cheese biscuit. I get they're nice, and it's gone all soft. Squish it onto the thing. It is almost like a little miniature bit of cheesecake as part of a cheese board. Still, though, as delicious as that is, as desserty as that is my dessert course of my entire 3-course meal cheese board.
You have a dessert of a dessert.
No. This is the cheese board in lieu of meal. So I will have, for example, some strong cheddar that I might have with some different chutneys and things. I might have a blue cheese, and before I then make my way onto the dessert cheeses like the gin and lemon, or they do a sticky toffee pudding cheese, which is delicious, but it is just like eating dessert.
Yeah, I think I tried that one. It's fucking weird.
It's really good.
Why do you fuck with cheeses, man?
I had a sage and red onion cheese, which was really good. That was really good.
Was that at McDonald's?
Yeah. It's the slices they put in the festive burger.
Did you dip it in a McFlurry or?
No.
The Cheshire Company were the ones that did they were the ones that did the Parma Violet one. If anyone wants to watch a review.
Cross no.
Nope.
No, thank you. Jokes aside, Luke, how do you, as a vegetarian, does that impact desserts a lot? Because obviously there's the occasional thing like gelatin and shit like that you probably can't have.
Doesn't think about it, does he? Outside,
Not
out of
that
mind.
much, to be honest. Because I'm not really a big dessert person anyway. Like when I was younger, I had a massive sweet tooth, but as I've grown up, I've kind of gone more towards like savoury and stuff. So yeah, desserts I don't really think about it, to be honest. Obviously, when I'm in the local McDonald's, all I have is the cheese board. But
As a diabetic with a sweet tooth, I'm fucked.
But yeah, luckily I haven't gone vegan. Otherwise, I think I would struggle with the dairy side of things. But other than that, no, I haven't really thought about it. Other than like gelatin, like you say, which is the only thing I have to really avoid, which isn't in that many desserts anyway, as far as I know. Not at least not the ones I'd go for.
They're not in that. I don't know why. I just assumed it was in quite a lot of stuff.
Alcohol in a lot of desserts that I have to be more conscious of now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
It's a good shout, actually.
Mince pies. I'm like, I like this is September. What we are like end of September. Already got through 2 boxes of mince pies. Had to just give a box to me dad because they had like brandy in them, which was a shame. But yeah, it's just things that I have to be more conscious of. Like Tesco do these lemon potted puddings, and I didn't realise they actually had like limoncello in them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just little things that I ain't got to be conscious of. Like sticky toffee pudding. Sometimes that has like I don't even know what it would be.
They might have soaked the dates in something before.
Yeah. That's what it is sometimes. So it's just little things like that I've got to be conscious of. But
the thing that's been an absolute bastard for me is like the red food colouring. You know, the one that's made of like
cochineal. Yeah, we talked
last episode.
Big up cochineal. Second appearance on the poddy. E120.
Yeah, that's caught me out a few times on like strawberry, like milkshakey type stuff.
Yeah,
it's also in
Roundup bugs, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's in M&Ms as well, isn't it? You can't have M&Ms.
It used to be. I'm not actually convinced it's still in there. I think they might have changed it, but it definitely used to be.
100% definitely is.
Yeah,
still in there. Yeah,
I got vegan friends, and they're always all about it.
Oh, okay. I
the
thought
goo
I'd
desserts.
heard they changed it recently, but
A lot of the goo desserts aren't suitable for vegetarians, which is a shame because they are just pure luxury. They're so good.
Yeah,
have you tried Pots and Kai?
Tried what? Sorry.
Pots and Kai.
No.
Pots and Co are good. Are they the one with the little kind of like dog logo?
That's Radley handbags.
I eat handbags all the time.
Which are not good for vegetarians.
No, they don't have a dog logo. They are similar to goo in that they're little pots. They are fucking amazing. They're better than goo.
They're pots, but are they also Co?
Yeah, they sell them in Waitrose.
Correct. Yeah.
That was so strange, Luke.
I've got a Charlie Bigham sticky toffee pudding in the fridge.
Good.
Brilliant. Did they not substitute it for a Thai green curry?
That's good, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, let's take the piss out of MJ's anniversary. Yeah, that'll be good.
I can't believe that for your anniversary treat was a ready meal. Come on, man. Come on. Think bigger.
Yeah. Well, it ain't anymore. It's going to be takeaway, isn't it?
Could have been a cheese board.
McDonald's are on a limited menu at the moment.
The cheese board was the first thing to go.
MJ, can you roll me a D20, please?
I'd fucking love to, mate. Here we go. 14 we're going for. 9.
9.
No,
Oh, I almost... Actually, this is basically a question you gave me, although I think I've slightly embellished on it. Best food to fornicate with.
Oh, God. What? Oh, what?
What does that mean?
What?
Something I've thought about a lot. And now, obviously, as I'm married, the opportunity... I got into a relationship quite early in my... Well, actually,
giving you sex tips right here. Is that what's going on?
To be fair, I reckon. What I got with Claire when I was 18. So actually, there was plenty. Maybe it was 17. Yeah, it was around then. I do wonder if the only thing stopping me from fucking food was just like access to fruit and vegetables, like access. Because like, if I'm thinking at the age of 16, would I have fucked a watermelon? Yeah. It might have just been cost. That might have been the only barrier to entry for it.
No disposable income. The only thing stopping you from fucking a watermelon.
100%. Well, they do it with vodka, don't they?
What, fuck vodka?
Sorry.
Well, yeah,
We're
like
not Russian, come on.
you cut a hole in the top of a watermelon and pour vodka in, whereas obviously...
Yeah, you leave
Then you
the bottle in the
fold shit out.
watermelon and
Yeah,
overnight it goes into it. Yeah.
you'd be filling it
MJ
with something else.
sees the neck of a bottle of vodka and he's like, that'll work.
No, it's a hard one.
That's
From
big.
Russia with love.
Watermelon's got to be up there, I suppose.
What's your
I'd
reasoning?
rather not.
Size. You need something big enough to fit it all.
More
So that'd
cushion
be a
for
bit
the
Fit it all.
cushion.
To fit it all.
Yeah, fit it all in.
Clementine.
Oh, actually, a butternut squash would probably do the job.
Jesus Christ! But imagine. I mean, they're not. They're notoriously quite
just I'm like microwave it for probably 5 minutes just to take the edge off a bit. Obviously, drill
into it.
I mean, that's going to be piping hot in the middle.
Oh,
Microwave heat from the inside out. Come
Yeah,
on.
let it cool down. You're letting it cool down. You get it a little bit soft, let it cool down. Actually, and I think I might be onto something there with all the seeds of that pulp in the middle.
Oh, Michael.
I tell you what, feed back to us next week and
Do you remember the old urban legends about people who would get like a jar, like an empty jar, and put like liver in it, and then
like a fleshlight.
I think the problem with meat is that it veers a little too closely to bestiality.
That's the problem, is it?
Fruitiality's fine.
Fruit and veg is not harming anyone.
If anyone's active on Reddit, just go onto Google and type in Reddit coconut, and you'll get an incredible story of a man's experience with a coconut. It's horrifying.
Okay.
Did he
I
insert
suppose
it?
one thing you wouldn't want is a sort of a butternut squash seed getting where it don't want it.
In your Jap's eye.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking coconut right now. Is that not going to splinter a bit like wood?
Just read the story. Just find
Going at it like a woodpecker, yeah.
Reddit coconut. That's what you need to.
It's a hard one. I'd need a bit of prep time on that one, Nate. That's all I can.
Bit of
come up with.
romance, bit of foreplay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like some canned-
I sort of just realised actually what I meant by the question was best foods introduced into your sex life, not actually what food.
He meant like creams and strawberries and that kind of crap.
That's hollowing out a butternut squash isn't gonna do much for Claire.
Give her a night off.
You always get a Pringles can. Because both sexes can fuck that, but neither of them comfortably.
Very true. No, I was kidding, MJ. The question was as I asked it. I was just joking that you'd misinterpreted the question and went down a route where you admitted to fucking a watermelon.
Sorry, no, I didn't admit to doing it. I'm just wondering why I didn't.
About it. He just didn't.
I'm surprised I haven't, basically.
Anyone else want to take that question if you had to?
Nope.
Got a kind of whipped cream in the bedroom's always a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I actually like food in the bedroom. Keep my hobbies separate.
I've got food in the bedroom. Got all my snacks on the bunk bed.
Got a bit of Lucasade for some energy halfway through, yeah. Keep the stamina up, yeah, it's all good. Hang on, love, I just need a monster.
Oh no! I just put on one of the hats that you have the straw, so it's there. Yeah, it's just.
Hang on, I just need a monster.
No, just go with the hat. You can just carry on going at it and not have to stop.
That's what I mean. I just like stuck on the straws.
Oh, the foam hat's bad enough, like the big hat, but the foam finger's a bit much. Looking like a college football game.
Well, they do say give
That's
it a try.
That's an image I'm not going to get out of my head for a while.
She likes being cheered on. Right. Let's move on then. Second place. Who was that? Stuart. Can you roll me a d20, my man?
That's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Oh, why isn't he here? Bacon.
Oh. Is that just the thing? It's just the thing. Bad question for me, innit? Because I've gone the way of Luke.
Have you? Are you fully veggie at the moment? Then are you not?
I haven't eaten any meat for 4 weeks. So I did. I don't know if you remember at the beginning of 2020, I had that big period of time where I wasn't eating meat, and then I ate meat again, and now I have gone 4 weeks without eating it again, and I don't know, just...
Is that if you don't mind me asking, is that like, when you say you haven't eaten it for a week, is that like a conscious thing that you're actively trying to not eat? Because obviously, with Gemma being a vegetarian, is it just that it's easier for you to slip into that lifestyle without necessarily trying to?
Yeah, there are a couple of occasions where it would have been very, very easy to eat meat. So I eat. We've had this conversation before where I'll suddenly realise that I've gone a fortnight without eating meat and I haven't even realised it because I just haven't eaten meat. Yeah. I eat fish, so that is worth mentioning that we eat a lot of fish, but because they don't count. But there have been
souls.
Can I just stop you 1 second? I'm very concerned that MJ's head down. I think he's drawing something. He's
drawing you with your thing on and your foam fingers and your good lady wife.
So you know those memes that are like what you see, what she sees, and it's the person doing the blowjob.
Oh, please take a photo of that, MJ, and put it in the group with no context whatsoever.
Yeah. Correct.
Brilliant. Sorry. So you've quite easily gone a couple of weeks without meat.
So we eat, if we cook a meal that we're all going to eat, it tends to be meat free. But then, like for example, tonight we had steak and a baked potato and some roasted veg. So usually I would get some kind of either a corn steak or like the Vivera plant steak or something for Gemma, and me and Theo would have a steak. Instead tonight, me and Gemma both had the vegan steak, and Theo had a really quite expensive thick cut rump steak that he didn't even eat. So it's just it's a health thing. It's a health thing rather than I don't have any I have no issue with the killing of animals. It's entirely a health thing. But the longer I do it, the more guilty I feel when I eventually do eat an animal. If I don't enjoy it more than I would have eaten a vegetarian meal. Mm. But then after a while, when you just get back into the habit of eating meat, like, the guilt goes. So, I don't know. I mean, just the idea of having a vegetarian Christmas dinner is kind of abhorrent to me.
Yeah,
so I've only been vegetarian for a year, so I've only had one Christmas, and I did cheat because turkey is just amazing, and you only get it once a year, so, well, generally.
Yeah.
So they're fine. They're fine 364 days.
What's the consensus on like alternative bacons? And I don't mean just not just vegetarian bacons, but actually like turkey bacon, beef bacon, and stuff like that.
No, nothing beats the real thing.
Yeah, bacon's the best.
Turkey bacon's all right. It's not the same. Yeah, it's all right.
I've had turkey bacon years ago.
Beef bacon's weird.
I've had beef bacon whenever I've gone on like holidays, like Egypt or something. They always give you beef bacon.
Yeah. So Muslim countries will always have beef bacon typically, or turkey bacon. I had a plant substitute bacon. Tesco's have started doing one. I try it, just pick it up and try it. It's fucking awful.
Really?
Bacon. Bad. It's at the point where you just shouldn't bother. It's never gonna. It's so far from the real thing that it shouldn't be called bacon.
Yeah. See, I've never seen the appeal of bacon anyway. I think it's probably one of the most overrated foods. So I've not really missed it or tried any of the alternatives because it's not. Where's MJ gone?
He's offended by your comments and he's left.
I mean, I'm offended by your comments as well. But
bacon is so overrated. People go apeshit for it.
Really
it's
not.
It's really
it's
good.
Great on everything. It's like cheese. It improves everything it touches.
It's just there are so many things. I do like bacon. I do like bacon. I love a bacon butty. I love bacon on a burger is fantastic. Bacon in a lentil and bacon soup. It's just like thick cut lard. Bacon in pasta. It's bacon's great. If I decided to go veggie, like Sam's right, Gemma has the corn bacon, which looks like pressed foot insoles of Play-Doh that smell like smoky bacon crisps. It would be I would miss it. I would.
That sounds pretty much what like Chris Clements' bacon.
Oh,
would be.
see, what's worse? Someone like Luke who's just got this awful dead opinion, or someone like Chris Clements who treats bacon so badly. Like,
it's similar, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the meat I miss the least. Like, other than like gammon, because I just fucking hate gammon.
Yeah, I hate gammon too.
Wow, you hate pigs.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, pig meat actually. To be fair,
you need to join in Sound Gang.
All pigs are bastards.
To be fair, before all I ate was bacon and sausages. I didn't eat like roast pork shit.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
What you're saying is that when how old are you now? 23, 24?
12.
If you live to 90 years old and spend the rest of your life as a Muslim, on average, the amount of bacon and sausages that you've eaten over the course of your lifetime, you'll still average out as majority non-Muslim.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
all right, 2 things to note about bacon, just quickly.
He's really drilling the
Bacon.
point.
Isn't Mike angry before?
No, I was going to say bacon frazzles and things like that, obviously, vegetarian.
Yeah.
And you know, like the crispy bacon bits that you know in salads and stuff like that? Vegetarian as well.
Yeah,
isn't it?
What are they then? What I sort of knew that, but I didn't know what they actually are.
Toenail cookies.
No one knows what they are.
It's just
They're,
milk, isn't it? Surely.
They're crumbled up
Salt.
frazzles, mate.
But yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike bacon. I don't get it. Whenever people are like proper banging on about it and like it's almost like a religion, it's like it's just salty meat.
Pig.
Become a bit of the meme.
Toxic
pig is my
masculinity
favourite.
is intrinsically tied to bacon. It's like they go hand in hand.
Fair enough.
Pig is my favourite animal for food. Like, I love pork, I love gammon, I love bacon, I love ham. Like, genuinely, I don't.
Do you like crackling pork scratchings?
Yeah.
Scratchings, come on.
Actually, pork scratchings, I do like. I think that's the only thing from a pig.
Smell
like,
disgusting, but so good.
Yeah, not particularly.
yeah,
nice.
it's better when it's got hair on it as well.
Oh, and a nipple.
Yeah, creepy. Mike and I had an evening once where we got. Was it actually the first time that we got drunk when we became fixated with. I don't think I'd ever encountered pork scratchings to the point where I noticed there was hair on them, but do remember in the Wagon and Horses now.
Yeah.
We just were fucking fascinated that we had a hairy pork scratching.
The perfect pork scratching looks like the side of a testicle. Like,
You have to ask yourself, is there a chance it could be?
And then realise you just don't care.
Yeah, that's how you know as an adult pig, at least.
I just got first hair on ball.
Right, winner of Quivia, get your D out. Roll me.
Yeah, cheating bastard.
Speaking of testicles, 5.
5. Who would win? This is a question we've pretty much answered before on Royal Crumble, but who would win between Tony the Tiger and Honey Monster? In a fight, obviously, not an intellectual battle. Probably
I reckon Honey Monster.
I
reckon he's
wrong.
like Tiger's, pretty savage, but I reckon the Honey Monster's got a bit of method to it because he's a bit.
You reckon? So you reckon he's got a bit of method? You reckon he's going to be more tactical than Tony the Tiger?
I reckon so, but I reckon he's got the brawn to back it up as well. I reckon he's just rip a tiger in half like a phone book. I think just brute strength. I think.
I just want to refer to the adverts. Like, if you go to Honey Monster, he's constantly like jumping on people and stuff like that. Where Tony the Tiger, all he does is stand there and go, "That's great." Fuck off.
This might be a reflection of my age. I can't remember a single Honey Monster appearance in an advert.
Wow.
Yeah, they're old.
Wow.
It's been a while since they've.
It's been over 12 years.
I don't like, and even then, cereal adverts in general, have they sort of phased out?
I think cereal's dying out as a whole, isn't it? It's like one of those
isn't it like adverts that
things
they're
that
aimed
people
at kids,
don't have
aren't
anymore.
they?
That's
The
probably what it
mascots.
is. It's the aimed at kids thing. It's probably.
Sorry, I just want to pick up on a comment Mike said there that cereals are dying out and something that people aren't having in. I would massively disagree. I think the amount of cereal choices is growing constantly. So I'd be surprised if that was true. I mean, I might be wrong on that front, but
Pretty sure it's
like
in
it's
a
become-
declining industry.
I can probably say confidently, I haven't eaten cereal in the last 2 years.
Whoa.
Wow.
I think it's become more of a hipster thing. Like you've got the
Yeah, I
cereal
don't
restaurants in
generally have
London. I don't think it's maybe as mainstream.
Yeah, the recent time I had cereal was wrapped around a corn dog when we went to Serial Killer Cafe. It was
And now you can't have either of those things.
Yeah.
Oh no.
sad times. Thanks for the reminder.
I actually have cereal news.
Good.
So, have you ever seen the 1.2 kilogram packs of cornflakes?
Yes.
Have you ever bought one?
No.
I think I bought
Correct.
some Cocoa Pops.
I used to demolish cornflakes. Cornflakes were my thing, so yeah, I probably bought that and
Massively
demolished
gone off any flake cereal like Frosties. They just go all a bit limp and a bit.
I don't like cereal.
What about Honey Nut?
What kind of cereal is the ones that like tear the roof of your mouth open, like Cookie Crisp?
Oh no, Chris was right. It's,
Crave. Oh, mate.
Crave's
will
lethal.
Fucking, you'd just be pouring with blood. I couldn't believe it the first time I had them.
You're not supposed to eat the fork or spoon. God save that milk. God, we're in another recession. Like milk's hard to come by with COVID.
Eating cereal with a fork.
Yeah, save some money.
So I don't know if this was the case with the Cocoa Pops, but I cracked one open this morning. Oh, 2 bags in there, weren't there? Basically just a lie.
That's a good idea, though, isn't it?
1.2
Freshness.
kilogram. Well,
Yeah, it was like one bag was bigger than the other, but it was like a bigger bag and a
I've
smaller
heard that's
bag.
quite common.
I couldn't
I quite like the
I couldn't
I quite
believe
like
it.
the idea of that though, because surely they would stay fresher for longer.
Yeah,
Is that not
They
the idea?
do, but
Why is it a lie?
I still felt quite cheated.
Why is it a lie? Did you get 1.2 kilograms worth of cereal?
I didn't weigh it, but I can sort of make some calculations and weigh my feces later, and then weigh what's
Yeah, I
left.
mean, the second half of the bag would go stale, but at least it's honest. That's what matters, isn't it?
Does the-
Really?
Does
It's
the
not like a
bag,
packet of crisps when you get it and it's half fucking air.
can you go and read the entire box and find the sentence on there where it says, by the way, this only contains 1 bag of cereal, not 2?
I don't think he'll say it.
So then
No.
it's not dishonest then, is it?
Do you just buy 2 600 ones that have been sellotaped together by one of the Tesco staff members? Is that all you've done?
It's Ocado.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Another one for Upcar. That's the Ocado order referenced.
So, serious question. What are the characters? Tony the Tiger, what's the other one?
Honey Monster.
What's the Honey Monster's armor class? Classes?
Great
Jesus.
question.
Great
Honey Monster's AC, he wouldn't be getting a dex bonus. He's unarmoured. He's quite large and quite tough, so he's probably unarmoured. I say AC 15. Nah,
15?
AC 15.
I'd have said 14. I said 14. But...
He's got to be high on the HP though, I reckon.
Oh yeah, high HP. But Tony,
Big constitution.
Tony's doing piercing damage, claw attack, probably double attacks, possibly even a bite attack as well.
What class would they be? Honey Monster's got to be what, a barbarian?
A big,
Yeah. Oh,
definitely.
big stupid barbarian.
Tony's a fighter, isn't he?
Paladin?
Tony's it could be positive. Tony could be a monk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good idea.
I don't know anything about monks. I'm not sure he'd be a monk.
He'd probably start off as a monk and then transition into a barbarian. I thought.
Yeah.
Then wear some armor that he's not really suitable for.
or does up. Just leaves it undone.
Yeah, and leaves his claws at home.
I've just googled it, and Yahoo answered says, I reckon Honey Monster mainly because of the fact he's a monster, and I think Tony is too vain. Would be worried about spilling his bowl of Frosties.
Too vain. To be fair, aren't like tigers in the wild just massive cowards? Like they'll only attack if they've got surprise. Whereas I don't think the Honey Monster would give a flying fuck who he was fighting.
Says the rogue.
Yeah,
I'm not in this fight.
Sounds like Stuart just dragged you into it.
So you're saying the Honey Monster would have a reckless attack? That's what you're saying?
I reckon the Honey Monster would just be outright savage, and I think Antonio would just be waiting for an opportunity that never came because he's being ripped in half.
I think that to make this fair, we need to insert one other character from a cereal advert, and that's from the pinnacle of cereal advertising from 2003, and that's Food Review UK's very own David Goss. So David Goss, Honey Monster, Tony the Tiger in a room.
What class would David Goss be?
Oh God,
He'd be irrelevant. He'd be dead in seconds. Surely. That's just.
He's just a village
barbaric.
person.
He'd be a red mist as soon as the bell rang.
He'd be a bard when he's a storyteller, isn't he?
Talk
the hind legs off a tiger. It's the front legs you need to worry about, though.
That's the tactics he's going for.
What would his instrument of choice be?
Oh, he'd just be an MC. Just be a grime MC. Yeah.
Lyrics.
Proficient in.
At that point, it'd be hard to tell if that was the noise he was making or his organs flying in the room.
Lovely stuff. Well, there you go. That's 5 amazing questions and subjects covered by the roll of a dice.
You're listening to FRUK Unwrapped, the Food Review UK podcast. Review it on iTunes if you dare.
Some of the other questions. I'll run through the whole 20 that we had. Just so you know what else was there. Pizza.
No, before we go any further.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's just see. Okay, I rolled a 6. So my question to you is, who's your favourite Dyson Desire character?
Wow.
Oh, is it? Why is it Bedo?
Character or player?
It's got to be Bedo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
I think he's become a fan favourite quite quickly.
My favourite line is, "Shall I just go?"
Truth be told, that was me. Just like the fact that you decided to grapple him to try and get some information out of him, and then proceeded to not really ask him any questions, and then just went, "We'll let him go." Then it was like, all right, then. Do you not want any important information with the story?
That's so good.
So yeah, Bedo's definitely. Well, it's definitely been my favourite. What about you guys? I know, not that we've encountered much in the way of characters so far, really, but
Bedo as well.
Bedo.
I hope he comes back.
Yeah.
What about moments? What about moments then? Let's deviate from characters because we haven't seen that many. But what about characters? Any
My favourite character
any moments?
was probably Orville the Duck.
My favourite moment was a moment from a very upcoming episode involving a large blue character and a flagpole.
We're probably a few episodes away from that, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're weeks away from that.
Yeah.
I think my favourite moment was where Sam just got really outraged at Dweezil, bigging up Quinch, and just where he had the two halves of the goblin. It's really easy to reposition someone when they're in two halves and just throws one 30 feet one way and 30 feet the other. That just had me in tears, and it still does. I love that bit.
It was very good.
That is actually a moment that you can now listen to. That is episode 3, which is available right now. Great bit of work there, Luke, referencing a moment.
Is that not
definitely
tomorrow?
intentional?
Is that not tomorrow's episode?
Yeah, but tomorrow is yesterday.
Oh, it is. I forget that we're not live.
We are not.
What about you, Mike? Have you got any favourite moments from the podcast?
I'm still going to put it out there and say the living goblin backpack.
Yeah.
He's been asleep for half.
Moment.
Mike's been asleep for half of it, so.
That's because I haven't had any coffee, mate.
Had any what?
Poor loudmouth in his.
Have you found any coffee in there?
Good voice. So that's some other stuff you can listen to on the Dyson Desire, just as another extra little bit of teaser for you.
The Dyson Desire. You said it was Dyson the Desire before. Oh no, it was Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, get it right, mate.
Yeah.
The Dungeons and Dragons and the Dyson the Desire.
And you'll soon realise with me and DMing is that I'll forget the things that I say later. You know, there's probably some stuff I've said to you in the first. I couldn't even tell you now who makes the bridges. Let's put it that way. Anyone remember the name of the guy that makes the bridges?
Dunk, innit? Dunk
as well.
Dunkel.
The Dunkel brothers.
Courage and Burge.
Birds.
Yeah, one's bridges
Yeah.
and one's doors.
Yeah.
If it's not a dunkel, it's not a bridge.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah.
That is what they say.
Anyway, we don't mean to leave you in suspense.
Oh. Here's the 20 Here's the 20 subjects you could have had. So pizza, weird food quirks, favorite thing to cook, chocolate. Who would win between Tony and the Tiger and Honey Monster? Favorite foreign cuisine, burgers. Would you prefer too sweet or too salty? Best food to fornicate with, bacon. How do you spell hummus?
Nice.
If you ate a piece of yourself, would you get thinner or fatter?
Ooh.
Roast dinners. Earliest food memory. If you can drink a drink, why can't you eat and eat? Dessert. What was the last thing you ate? Marry, fuck, kill, Big Mac, Whopper or Zinger? If you could go for a drink with any food mascot, who would it be? And your critical hit would be, do you think you could hunt your own food?
Wow, great questions.
Wow, really good.
Yeah.
I'm gutted some of those didn't come up,
It's a
actually.
shame. It's a shame we
Wait.
rolled such boring ones, isn't it?
Hunt your own food. What?
Fucking
Luke's gonna go out hunting carrots. Like.
I'd like to point out, actually a very skilled archer, so fuck off.
As long as those carrots aren't moving.
Yeah, fair point. Hang it on a target, and then, yeah, I'll absolutely fucking nail that carrot.
No, that was the fornication question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's afterwards. Got to pierce a hole in it first.
Something to do with root. MJ.
Yes. How are you, mate?
Social media.
You enjoyed the podcast?
This one?
Yeah, man.
Been good fun, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. Sorry, what do you want from me?
Suck man, it's time for questions that you posted on all the platforms that you utilize to provoke our replies. Although increasingly I'll post in the forms of statements that require no response, as opposed to the questions we requested in our initial posts on the aforementioned Suck Man.
We don't often dissect the podcast midway through. It's good. It's a good new tactic there.
Yeah, so every time we record, we ask you questions and comments on social media, and this time we do have a few. So someone, this over on, we'll start on Facebook, okay? So over on Facebook, someone called, whoever had control of it. You could actually see who. Right, okay. So Food Review UK has left one, and I sort of forgot that it actually says who was logged into Food Review UK at the time.
Okay, it was himself.
No. So this person said, "Hey guys, question for all of you who play Dungeons and Dragons. Any plans to lose your virginity?"
And who was that? Who was logged in when that was typed?
It's weird. It's like blurry. It's like Facebook is like blurry. I can't even see I can't see what that says.
Looks clear. It looks clear enough to me, mate. You know what? You know what makes your eyesight go blurry, don't you?
Sucking butternut squashes.
Yeah, I mean, do we need to lose our virginity if there's butternut squashes in the world? That's the real question.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Mark
Canners.
Kenny.
Okay, so this is a food-based podcast. So what snack is best to eat whilst playing?
Jalapeno Sniders.
If you're recording a podcast, something really loud and crunchy.
Like
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
Roger.
love it. That is really good. It's my favourite thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, not being able to eat while recording is like hard. I'm gonna have to start muting myself.
Let's give the question the credence that it deserves. If we were all sat in a room, we weren't recording a podcast, we were just there playing D&D for ourselves for our own enjoyment. What would you
we
want?
bring to our
we
first
did it
session?
once. Yeah,
Cashew.
we had
Cashews are a good snack for any time, I think. Love
love
a
it,
bag of
cashew.
cashew.
What did we actually have though?
I
What
brought
those
crisps, didn't we?
those Muchos crisps? They were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, the McCoys.
Yeah. There was a tube of something. Pringles or Stacks or something.
Yeah, I think I was mainly smashing those muchos. I was getting right in on them.
It'd just be usual, wouldn't it? It would.
Yeah.
I think it'd have to be savoury, wouldn't it? I don't think sweet would necessarily.
Ooh, I'm not sure I'd want to. I'm not sure.
No, because we had. What did we have? We had the mint Malteser buttons. We had those, but that was more at the end.
Yeah. Did a review of that. Yeah.
But yeah, savoury is a D&D sort of go-to, I think.
Any snack right now, Cadbury Crunchy Melts Oreo Cream, because they're fucking good.
Could always go like in theme and try some like medieval snacks.
Jerky.
Like, sort of, yeah, like
I love a jerky. I mean, I'm a big fan of like the takeaway option. Actually, I'm going to put it out there, just like a pizza, and without being too cliche, a monster on the side.
Yeah, lovely.
What monster will it be? A beholder or?
Ultra white.
All right. Cool.
Brilliant.
Just for the record, Mike said he prefers ultra white, and I'm just gonna.
I knew it.
Don't like this. X underscore. We're moving over to Instagram now. X underscore Amelia underscore Hills underscore X.
Amelia's.
I know I'm an idiot. She's.
No, you're not.
She's not, and you're not. You have actually misspelled idiot. But yeah, I didn't have to say that. So who's a worse person, the person who misspells idiot or the person who calls out the person who misspells idiot? And
if you're involved, it's always you.
Yeah, exactly. I know I'm an idiot. So can you explain like how Dungeons and Dragons works? Also, has all the beef calmed down with Sin's snacks?
Mm-hmm.
I like how you responded to that and ignored like half.
Oh yeah, because part of it, that could be done on the poddy.
Yeah, we'll ignore the second half of that. I think we covered that online, and we don't need any more.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't need any more proof or evidence to be put out there, do we?
Yeah, exactly. I'll touch on it briefly, but
yeah. Dungeons and Dragons. How's it played?
It's make believe. It's a video game, but there's no video there.
Yeah,
so it's a game.
What you need to do is you need to go off and find other people's like Dungeons and Dragons games, take pictures of them, so you can then use them in your game. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Fair.
It literally is a game that you play out, talk about it, you role play, and that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, you just
roll dice.
There's a story. You've got a dungeon master who's essentially the referee. He's sort of supposed to be impartial, who's telling a story, but it's
supposed to be impartial.
Yeah, but it's essentially the players who dictate what happens. Really, you guys in theory can do anything you want, and it's up to me to decide whether I think that's going to happen or not, which is usually determined by the roll of the dice. It's like, as I said at the top of this show, it's quite a difficult thing to explain, and I think just watching other people play and listening to other people play is the best way of really understanding it. It's a group of people telling a story, and what they want to do is determined by the luck of a roll. That's to boil it down as simple as I possibly can. There's different statistics, there's different things, different rolls mean different things, different dice you use for different things, etc., etc. But realistically, it's just a story that's being told by a group of people.
Kept in check by our Dungeon Daddy.
Dungeon Daddy.
I mean, you can't do anything that you want because you can't buy a house off the DM.
You can't. No, you can't. No, but equally, you can't. In the real world, you can't buy a house off of God. So,
you're saying that I can't buy an old church? Is that what we're saying here?
But you wouldn't ask God, would you? You wouldn't just scream up into the sky and say,
"Give us a tour."
God, guide me
through this house. Area?
I don't know about you guys, but I play Dungeons and Dragons to escape reality. But fine, if we want to bring it down to boring, actual, real life real estate, then fine.
Yeah,
fine. And I would, for anyone who's not familiar with the Sins Snacks controversy, to very briefly explain it. First of all, you can get a lot of the details on our Instagram highlights. I've updated one of the highlights and now just called it people to avoid or something. Basically, they sent us a message saying, you steal people's photos. We said, no, we don't. Which one do you think we did? We asked a few times back saying which one. And then I sarcastically said, lol, like implying don't accuse people of being dickheads when they're not. She then said that we were harassing her. So she said that she apologised to us and said that she was wrong and that we deleted the message, but we didn't. You can't, and we can't delete a message from her screen.
We did our research.
Correct. Some experiments done. And she finally posted a video where she called us out on all this stuff. Not called us out, claimed that we did all this stuff when we didn't. She also sort of caught herself out in her own lie, because she said that she made the reply and apologized to us, which she didn't, of course. But then she later on, she said in the video, well, if someone doesn't reply, it sort of means that they're sorry and they don't. And anyway, she deleted that after about an hour. We do have a copy of it, though, so we can do with it whatever we want. We might upload it on YouTube. We haven't decided yet. But yeah, she's a dickhead, so avoid her. Maddie Mad World.
Matters.
Lots of lads.
Leads. Lots of lads. This is worth noting. This is the most amount of people we've had on one show at the same time. Obviously, the phone call, the fan call-in one was more people, but that was individual calls rather than this, which is 6 people on one poddy.
Correct.
Good we've done. Oh no, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
No, we've only ever. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, next episode we've got another 6 again.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Keep it up.
And it's only been mildly chaotic.
Oh.
Don't know what this Shelby.
Shelbers, fan of the podcast. Shelbers loves a bit of D&D apparently.
She gets into it, get her as a guest.
Might do.
I
spoil it.
I wrote lads after you and didn't read your comment till after. Now I feel like a fraud.
Good.
Olish Plinsky says
Ollie.
More like dice and decider. Ha ha ha.
It's worth noting that he made the words. Yeah, yeah.
Which I don't really get the reference other than cider, like summer of cider. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a food thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was like the dice would decide.
Yeah, but that's what we've put. He's capitalised the C in the middle of decider to make it decider. Like,
don't leave us drinking cider.
Yeah. Here's the beer.
Oh.
Here's decider. No, I'm drinking.
That's
Oh, it's Quinch on the podcast.
The
now.
water.
Speaking of Quinch, Shelby.
Shelbers.
Quinch backwards is Hakinuk, which makes no sense, just like MJ's D&D character.
Oh, she's got your number.
Shame that Shelby's now taking the piss out of me.
Doesn't know anything about D&D yet.
It's actually good that you're brought down a level after Dweezil does lick your bumhole every episode.
Just retelling the stories of what great adventures we got up to.
Yeah.
Warren Minix.
Minners.
Oh, Warren. Worth mentioning, you can catch me on Warren's show, his podcast, Metal Gear Mondays, coming up on I think next week, actually. I appear on his podcast.
Which day?
I think it's the 5th. I think it's on Monday, I think he said, although I'm not sure if he's actually confirmed the day or not. Wow. But yeah, and so in the next week or two, I will be appearing on his podcast where we discuss a game that we all played on the PlayStation, which was called Oxenfree.
Cool. Very good.
Nah, I never heard of it.
Have I told you about where you can catch me?
Not yet.
Outside, how about that?
Hey!
I have dabbled in D&D and recently wanted to create a character who loved to cook. Is there any type of dish you would love to make while running a campaign? Any enchants, stats, boosts, etc.?
Also, Warren will be on our podcast at some point towards the end of October as well.
Correct.
What's the question? What food would we like to make?
I would make a pie that magically poisons and kills Quinch.
Fair. Can't do that.
Yeah, you'd have to make it with the flour that he was like searching for and just figure out a way to poison that.
Oh,
yeah, Quinch is absolutely the character I imagine that just eats flour raw.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, MJ was even joking the other day about him eating raw flour. So it's.
I don't believe he was joking.
No, I'm not entirely sure. So.
I like the randomness of the D100 or the percentile dice. For example, determining random objects. So perhaps some kind of a potion or a combination of herbs that once ingested has a different effect on whoever is taking them. So by the roll, that you'd have a table of 100 random effects, and it could give you a +2 to your charisma. It might put you to sleep for 10 hours.
So, although the effect was slightly different, but what you're suggesting is somewhat like Mary Poppins' medicine, whereby it was a different colour for each of the child, but obviously you're also suggesting a different flavour.
If you're telling me that, Nathan, I'll have to go along with that reference because I'm not seeing Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins.
You've not seen Mary Poppins?
Stuart didn't have a childhood.
I've not seen Mary Poppins. Why would I have watched? At what point in my life would I have watched Mary Poppins?
I mean,
I don't the standard one.
I was going to say, I don't want to joke about the fact you were born probably before it came out because you're only a year older than me, but that seems to be where we're going with this conversation.
Yeah, but what you forget is the time you were watching Mary Poppins, he was already down the coal mine.
Cockneys and Northerners are like pure rivals.
Is that from Mary Poppins? I thought that was from football.
Both.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Mary Poppins was about, like a brutal gang war between Northerners and Cockneys.
She used to fucking pop them.
Yeah.
That's where she got her name from.
And then she'd scarp her off with a little umbrella.
Yeah.
Can't catch her if she can fly.
Mary Poppins. Get a grip.
Super fucking catch this. Yeah, that's a great idea. I should have thought about this. Something nice in it. I'm the DM. I don't make. I homebrew something. I don't know what it is.
All his ideas out of a book.
Yep.
Would it be homebrewing some kind of coffee?
Oh yeah, we know your answer. But I reckon Dungeons and Dragons has got like really good like meat, like comically large, like chicken leg type things, like that slightly glistens perfectly as good meat should.
Like a roasted cockatrice.
Yeah. Have you ever played Monster Hunter on the PlayStation and stuff? Like the food in that game is just unreal looking, like the most delicious stuff I've ever seen.
Like a T-Rex leg.
Yeah. I reckon Dungeons and Dragons has got that style.
Sorry, can I answer that question as Stuart would? Monster Hunter. When would I ever watch Monster Hunter?
Watched it?
I don't know what it is.
Played it.
Oh, Monster Hunter is such a good game.
Kind of going on with what Luke just said, but like cartoons and games always have amazing looking food. It's like in Pokemon when you're watching that as a kid. How many times did you want to try one of those like
rice ball
things? Yeah. Although I think they're like donuts in this country, aren't they, or something they call them? But...
Rice. Are you on about the triangle rice things with a little black square on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in Pokemon in this country they refer to them as like donuts, don't they, or something?
Yeah, I think it's onigiri, Japanese.
Yeah.
I've had it cooked at like some convention, and I've tried making myself. It's quite easy. It's just sticky rice with something in the middle, but really nice.
Are you a Japanese fanboy, Luke?
Oh, massive weeb. No,
yeah, I was going to use that word. I was going to check if you, in fact, first were a fanboy and then call you a weeb. But the self-acknowledgement is enough for me.
I'm not, but a lot of the stuff.
There's nothing wrong with being a weeb.
Oh no, but no, there isn't. But a lot of the stuff I like is quite weeb adjacent. So
have you got like a body pillow?
That's the one. But no, I go to a lot of conventions where there's a lot of weebs around, so you kind of pick up peripheral knowledge. And
we should look for like a D&D convention. Is that too much?
Or Expo.
There's got to be one.
There will. I don't know if there'll be a specific D&D one. I imagine it'd be more.
It'd just be board games,
or board
PTRPG, isn't it?
Or obviously, like I said, like any sort of Comic-Con will have a section devoted to that sort of stuff. I would have thought.
We're going to end up LARPing, aren't we?
Oh.
You know what? I would love to give LARPing a go.
I'd give LARP a go.
I just want to smack someone with a sword. That just must be amazing.
I mean, as long as we're not committed to our own characters, because I don't want to go around as Krill. To be fair,
it'd just be weird seeing MJ just follow you for 3 hours.
Yeah, that
would be a problematic aspect of.
But he could just use his gauntlet that he's got.
Yeah.
Right.
The last question, I have to read one that was added to my personal account. I was tagged in a post by Maliba89.
89ers.
Hello, Michael Jameson. She is the best fitness personality in England. If you or any of your friends would like to check out her content and her workouts, this is referring to an Instagram account called DWK Out Official. Don't know.
Oh, love them.
Sorry.
I'm so confused.
Good that, Michael. Yeah.
Why are we reading this?
I don't know really. Yeah, and then he said, "Hey, I don't know why I'm reading this. Hey, I thought I told you she is the best fitness personality in England."
Right.
That's it.
Cool.
That's all I've got.
Cool.
Excellent.
I sort of ruined that, didn't I?
Yeah, sort of killed that one a little bit.
Yeah, sort of.
Hi, Nate here. If you've ever listened to the show and thought, hey, those are some groovy kittens, I wish I could hang out with them, well now you can. Check out the Facebook group FRUK Unwrapped and Fans, where you'll find me, Stuart, MJ, some of the other guests, some other fans, some booze, some hookers, plenty of blow, and a lot of wholesome foodie fun. See you over there. Ciao.
What about Patreon? Have we got any anything? I think you mentioned that there was a new Patreon, but I'm just gonna keep saying words and just sort of move my hand around a little bit.
You don't need to say no. You don't need to, because I'm happy to thank personally Jay Waller. Wow, new Patreon, been a patron for the princely sum of 6 days. Already soaking up all those benefits and that additional content.
Is he? I went to the witch doctor and this is what he said.
Bum, 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 bum.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ting, tang,
tang,
Jay,
walla,
bing,
bing,
bang.
bang.
Ooh, ee, and we're just openly mocking him now.
That's literally taking the mick out of a man's name. That's. Oh.
No.
Sorry. I'm saying his name is in popular culture. How is that mocking him?
I don't know. But no, thank you. We had a little chat over messages, and that was very nice. And very much appreciate his donation. So
is his name Jay Waller? I think Jay Waller.
Jay Waller. He said he's been following us for quite a few years. So the name did ring a little bit of a bell. I don't know if he's a commenter under another name or anything like that. But
I have a funny. Is it when you say Jay? Is it Jay? Oh yeah, Jay Waller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So wicked. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining our Patreon. And of course, anyone else at home who is not a member of our Patreon, please do head on over to patreon.com/Food Review UK and become one of our postman Patreons.
You've become the 24th, so it's becoming quite the popular little club.
Postman Pat.
24 carat at the moment. Take 25 carat. Where you can get such rewards as
KFC Oreo Crush'ems re-review legacy video was the most recent reward that went up this weekend. There was a preview of the How Kraft Killed Cadbury documentary thumbnail. Before that, a brand new review went up, Melon Cream Soda. And our last podcast was TV Dinners episode 5, which was about Kantaro, the Sweet Tooth Salaryman, and we'll be delivering a new one of those to you fairly shortly.
I mean, for the food review channels, I guess it's an exciting time of the year because lots of exciting products come out around Halloween, Christmas time. So
yeah, we've got a few. What we've got coming up on the actual channel? There's just some brilliant videos in general. The Cadbury documentary is Saturday, so everyone tune into that. And Halloween foods, we've got Galaxy Halloween Hot Chocolate. We've got the M&S Dracula Blood Squash. We've got Crusher Lime Milkshake, which they've called Slime for Halloween. So yeah, some cool stuff. The Year of the Apple returns as well with the Trick or Treat Apple.
Oh, great.
But what's worse, coronavirus or Year of the Apple? I mean, they sort of overlap a little bit.
Both one and the same, aren't they, really?
It was like the baton was passed.
When did the Year of Apple stop? I mean, I'm wondering if that was what brought... March. Yeah. Did you stop it too soon, perhaps? It's a great question to ask. Yeah. And with that is our show. Thank you very much to Mike, Luke, and Sam for joining us. Hope that you've had a good time, respectively.
Yeah, it's been good. Good as always.
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute treat. Who do I see about getting paid for the last 2 hours?
That would be Sam. Please speak to Sam, who's definitely got the money. Don't ask myself, Stuart, or MJ.
I've got the money. Have we not discussed MJ's recent budgeting of buying absolutely anything and everything that he even thinks about getting?
God, the man has won the lottery. It's
like
clear.
what? Come on, let's go through it.
A 60-inch TV, pre-ordered a PS5 without a second hesitation.
Oh, mate, I would have, but I can't find them anywhere. And I also have just
has bought every single game he even thinks about for more than a minute.
He bought something. I think it was a comic. He bought a comic whereby they mislabeled it, and customs have charged him £40. And he said, "I can get it back, but I don't know if I can be asked because it's quite a ball ache."
No.
He's happy just to write off £40.
It's only money you'd spend on ice cream and throw in the bin anyway. So
yeah, and the comic is just glorified toilet paper for him. He's just going to wipe his ass with it.
I mean, I also spent £350 on the comic the other week.
Oh
so.
my lord!
All right, well, what's your compensation for these 2 hours? You can go see yourself about it. You can talk to you guys talk to each other about your compensation.
I mean, you can pay me in Lunchables if you got any.
Take him out for a nice lunch.
Do you think I've got any spare Lunchables?
He's saving them for his many ladies.
Yeah, that's the wedding menu. It's just Lunchables.
But you do get a choice of which.
Well, they're not going to be ham and cheese ones, are they?
Yeah, very true.
What about the dairy milk one? Has anyone tried that, by the way?
That's the dessert table. God, some class.
That's your cheesecake. Got it.
Yeah.
No, just to clarify, been saving up for a TV and a PS5.
Where did you get the PS5 from? Sorry.
So I pre-ordered it from Shop 2, but I pre-ordered it just before they actually announced it. So
you pre-registered?
No, I pre-ordered it. When I ordered it, the button said pre-order. It was before it was pre-register.
Right.
It became pre-register after the event in June or whatever it was.
Great story for the listeners. I'm sure they're riveted buttons.
Oh, sorry, mate. You were the one that fucking started questioning me on it. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I was generally interested, so...
I didn't. Sam just accused you of having a lot of money, which you seem to do at the moment. You seem to be buying anything and everything you want.
Make more money. Can't make more memories.
Wow.
Has he got the memento disease?
I'm going to stop buying. That's it, though. I mean, I wanted a TV for a while, and PS5 I knew I was getting, so... That's it now. No more big purchases for me. Yeah. Ever, really.
We'll see. We shall see.
Now it's time to have kids. Thank you very much, Michael. And
I'm probably getting made redundant, innit? So
yeah, very true.
Not probably, definitely.
Claire, we can't have kids. Are being made redundant. What about a TV and PlayStation? Yeah.
Well, I can make some kids in this game.
Got to do something while I'm on the dump.
Exactly.
Claire's like, MJ, why are you spending so much on butternut squash?
Lovely.
Not soup again. Fucking hell.
Oh, cream
why
of
is it
butternut.
so salty?
Hope you, MJ and Stuart, have had a good time.
Yeah, it's good.
I've had a good time.
Yeah.
I hope my cough hasn't been too distracting for the listeners.
Yeah, we hope Stuart. This is not a joke. We do actually hope Stuart doesn't have COVID. So wish you all the best, mate. Are you going to get a test or something?
If I'm like this in the morning, I'll have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You getting worse or better?
The cough seems to be getting worse.
That is not ideal.
No.
Hope you don't die.
Good to
More
leave this on
importantly,
a positive thing, isn't it?
You going to be okay for our next D&D session?
God. It's a good question, isn't it? Good question. We'll have to play it by ear, won't we?
If anyone listening might have free time in a couple of weeks to fill in for formerly like a former party member, just drop us a message.
Shelbers.
Yeah, Shel, would you want to learn how to play D&D in 4 days? Well, lovely stuff. So yeah, the whole point of tonight, please, as a very final reminder, you'll never hear about this podcast again from us. Please go and listen to Dice and Desire over on whatever podcast app that you use for other podcasts. And if you've never listened to a podcast before, pick one.
How did you listen to this?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Make
it your first ever podcast.
It was on in the background when they went to a friend's house.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Unsociable friend. Hey, come in. I'm just going to listen to this podcast.
We've just got to sit here and stare at the walls. No, there isn't any pictures. It's not like TV. Have you ever tried listening to a podcast with other people? It's the most uncomfortable thing. Unless you're in a car driving somewhere. Like
I was going to say, yeah, car driving all the time.
Yeah,
Sarah and I don't talk to each other. We're married.
Well, yeah, fair point.
Oh yeah, point.
Yeah, you're married and you're an idiot.
Hence the butternut squash.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.
Ciao.